Hello, everyone. Thank you all for being here today. So, I'm going to be covering my mini grant project, Activate the Advocate. So, a little bit about me. I am Summa Slater, Bridgewater State University's 2024-2025 Newman Civic Fellow, located in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. I recently just graduated, but I was a psychology major with a double minor in childhood studies and social justice studies. During my time as an undergrad, I also worked at the Martin Richard Institute for Social Justice here on campus, and they served as my community partner, and my mentor also worked at the institute as well. So here are just some of my overall goals when creating this project. So I wanted to create new opportunities on campus for students to use their voice, express their passions, and advocate for issues that are important to them. I also wanted to cultivate new skills within BSU students so they can confidently engage in legislative advocacy through the proper use of storytelling. I also just wanted to enhance civic engagement within the BSU community by empowering other students to get civically involved. So, Activate the Advocate was a two-part series that consisted of a workshop where students could come and build advocacy skills and knowledge. So, during this workshop, they identified social justice issues that they were passionate about, researched who their legislators were, and then also engaged in effective storytelling. Following the workshop, they could then come and do a visit to the Massachusetts State House where they can advocate for issues that they're passionate about with their legislators. And then this is the flyer that I used to promote the program, which I used across campus. So this is overall how the program came to fruition. So I first was introduced to advocacy during an alternative break trip in the spring of 2023. This served as a catalyst and kind of planted a seed of how accessible and easy meeting with your legislators are and expressing issues that you're passionate about to me. So when I became a Newman Civic Fellow, I expressed to my mentors how I wanted to use my platform to create accessible opportunities for BSU students to advocate for issues that are important to them, just like I did back in the spring of 2023. So the Activate the Advocate project, I hosted two different workshops, like I said. The first was on February 27th. I had another one on March 24th. And then I held the visit to the State House located in Boston on April 11th. So here are some of the challenges and lessons learned from this project. So a couple of the challenges that I faced was figuring out what content I wanted to include within the advocacy workshops. So these workshops were only 2 hours long, and I wanted to specifically focus in on legislative advocacy, but there's a lot to uncover and pack there. So I wanted to be able to give participants the most useful and efficient information. Also, I would say scheduling legislative meetings was also a challenge for me as well because we attended the State House on a Friday and most legislators are out within their districts and communities and not physically present within the State House. So it was kind of hard scheduling those meetings. I also had challenges regarding student turnout. So for my first Activate the Advocate workshop, we kind of underestimated how many students were going to attend that workshop. And I had to bring in some new chairs, move some things around. So kind of a highlight there of having too many participants come. So here are some of the lessons that I've learned from this project. I would say the biggest lesson and takeaway for me is the power of community within university. So being able to collaborate with like-minded individuals who are passionate about issues that I'm also passionate about was such an incredible experience and something that I'm grateful I could have done during my senior year in leaving BSU. I would also say that flexibility is key. Learning within this, you're gonna face different obstacles and challenges, but learning to overcome those and just be quick on my feet. That was one of my biggest lessons. And then also realizing students really seek these different opportunities, such as Activate the Advocate, where they could express their concerns with their legislators and bring them to people in power who could create change. So here are some of the project outcomes, and most of this data was taken from the registration. So I had 37 different, I had 37 participants attend the Activate the Advocate workshops. And within those 37 participants, we had 20 different majors represented. On the registration link for participants to sign up for, I included different seven different social justice like topics like participants might be passionate about, and climate change ended up being the issue that participants were most interested in. I had 8 participants attend the State House visit. Pictured here are us at the State House. And then we held a reflection session after the State House visit. And then all of the participants actually said that they want to stay engaged within doing advocacy work. So, really super exciting there. So, next steps for this project, I am thrilled to announce that my project will live beyond me at BSU as the Martin Richard Institute for Social Justice has incorporated this project into their institute. And the next Newman Circ Fellow will be taking this on and facilitating this workshop and project. So here are some like personal growth that I got within this project. I would say definitely enhancing civic engagement within the community and within myself. I definitely gained a stronger awareness of the importance of civic engagement, and I want to continue doing this work even beyond my time at BSU. I would say it also strengthened my facilitation skills. I was able to cultivate my own like unique style of facilitation and really like show up for other students and my peers. As someone who plans to develop their own nonprofit in the future, this was great experience of like program development and deepening my understanding of how the development process of programming is. And then I would also say community building. This was a big aspect of my project as I developed a cohort of individuals while expanding social and professional connections as well. And yeah, that's really it. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. Special thanks to my mentor, MRISJ, and Campus Compact.